Why many women do everything right in their lives and in their relationships and feel depleted, empty, heartbroken, not desirable, and really exhausted. So, I want to talk about those myths that got us exactly where we are. And in a modern world, we all being taught and rewarded for masculine behaviors, which is planning, accomplishing, acquiring, executing with our attention out and doing, doing, doing. Those are great skills. We need them to survive and thrive. There's no questions here. And you all can agree that since you are a child, you being trained to practice and develop and enhance them. And something that might shock you. Your nurturing nature, that is part of being a woman, to take care, to nurture, to love up, uh, is actually a masculine expression because your attention is out. Your attention is on somebody else. So that's why when you go and work and do things that you have to do and accomplish, and then you come home and you continue putting your attention out and taking care of your partner, your kids, your family, your parents, whoever it is that you need to take care of, there is no room for you, number one, to rest, and number two, actually to be in your feminine. Because as we established, and as you might know, feminine is not about doing. We're not attacking doing. There's nothing wrong with doing. It's just everything in moderation. If your life consists from doing, then yeah, your femininity and your woman doesn't have any space. And that's why you feel cranky, that's why you feel depleted, that's why you feel unfulfilled, that's why you feel maybe heartbroken. So, femininity is a skill. We learn feminine behaviors. Unfortunately, in today's world, we're not exposed to them, but it's something that you can absolutely learn. And that's why I'm teaching a class that's coming up in 3 days on December 26th, how to cultivate your irresistible feminine. And this is not a voodoo workshop, not a highly spiritual. This is very practical workshop, how you can learn the skill and turn those practices and tools into your lifestyle. Because the key for you to master your femininity would be actually in taking action and being proactive. So there is an element of doing involved, but you do those things not for others. You do them for yourself, which is a major, massive mindset shift that you need to have as a woman, that you matter, and how you feel and your state and how juicy and full you are. This is your actually number one asset, and this is your number one responsibility. So, my dear, if your schedule is so busy doing things for others and obligations to fulfill other needs and desires, I have a great news for you. The first thing you need to do if you want to connect to your femininity is create space and put time for you to connect to yourself into your busy calendar. And number two, of course, come to a workshop and learn what are those things? What are the activities that actually feeds and nurture you? Because you need to have the solid foundation and knowledge how to keep yourself in the feminine state, which is your connection to your radiance, your magnetism, your juiciness, your turn on, your creativity, your capacity, that makes you irresistible, truly. This is something that you need to do when you're single. This is something that you need to do when you're dating. And this is definitely something that you need to do when you're in a relationship. Because very often we're more or less trying to live some kind of life put together. And then the moment we get into a relationship, it's like, that's it. I'm forgetting about my interests, my desires, my needs, all of that goes sideways. And now my whole attention is on a man and on a relationship. And then what happened to this relationship? So that formula doesn't work. You not give up on yourself and forget your femininity and stop feeding and taking care of yourself when you're in a relationship because, oh my God, now I have a man. And he has so many needs that I need to fulfill. This is the conditioning that we all have, that I'm more valuable if I do more, if I take care for others more. And we train to believe that that needs to fulfill me. And that's not the case. That can be fulfilling for about 5% of women for whom truly doing that activates their creativity and they fully self-expressed in that role. But for 95% of the women, all of that is just a list on their to-do list. So if you are this 95%, you better get your cute butt into the class and learn what are those skills. Because as a woman, you run energy different in your body. We have a lot of creative energy. And that's why when your life consists only of the to-dos, you not scratching that itch within you for creativity and self-expression. And most importantly, rushing, being stressed, being overwhelmed, all of that blocks your access to your femininity. So if you're very, 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 very busy, you really need to slow down and ask yourself, busy with what? Are all of those things that I'm busy with actually contribute anything good into quality of my life, my relationships, and more importantly, how I feel right now? Because if you feel like shit, everything on that list is garbage. And this is just a belief that you observed that those things are important. The bottom line here is that you cannot be a woman who doesn't embody a deep knowing that you matter. Your needs, your desires matter. If this is foreign concepts for you, forget about fixing your relationship and getting a man. Because first, you need to clear up your foundation. If you don't have time to dedicate for yourself, and if it's so uncomfortable to admit that you matter, then this is the most important thing on your list. It always shocks me how hard it is for women to take actions for them, towards themselves, and how imprisoned we are with the idea that I'm going to be a better woman if I do more for other people. This workshop is right now only $45. The price goes up on December 24th. There is 4 main categories. And then we're going to break down each category and what practice that is. So you actually have a variety. It's not like you do the same thing all the time, but you will gain knowledge about understanding the biology, understanding how to connect to your femininity.